The lights inside the arena burn white and hot, cutting through the darkness like a promise and a warning all at once. Thousands rise to their feet as the music swells, flags wave, and the air itself seems to vibrate with expectation. This is not just another fight night. This is a collision of reputations, pride, and destinies. From Mexico comes Saul Canelo Alvarez, a fighter already carved into the modern myth of boxing. 47 victories, 33 by knockout, world titles in multiple divisions, and a style forged from patience, precision, and controlled violence. Across the ring stands Liam "Beefy" Smith of the United Kingdom, the reigning WBO light middleweight champion, carrying a belt, a nation's hope, and the quiet resolve of a man who believes he belongs on this stage. As applause crashes like thunder, both men absorb the moment differently. Canelo walks with the calm of someone who has been here before, eyes steady, shoulders loose, fully aware that every movement is being studied. Smith, strong and disciplined, carries himself with grit and defiance, knowing that history rarely favors visitors, but courage has a way of rewriting scripts. The referee's final words fade beneath the roar of the crowd. Cameras flash, gloves touch, and as the bell sounds, the tension snaps tight like a drawn bow. This fight is not about drug tests or headlines or debates outside the ropes. It is about who controls the ring, who imposes their will, and who breaks first. The arena holds its breath, because when fighters like these collide, the result is rarely subtle. It is loud, brutal, and unforgettable. From the opening seconds, Canelo makes a statement. A hard right hand lands early, sharp and authoritative, announcing his intentions without hesitation. Smith answers back immediately, refusing to be bullied, firing shots to remind Canelo that the belt he wears was earned, not borrowed. Yet even in this exchange, there is a difference in texture. Canelo's punches thud with weight, each one sounding like it carries consequences. He studies Smith carefully, reading reactions, watching how the guard rises, how the elbows tuck in, how the head stays mostly still. This is Canelo's laboratory, the early rounds where information is gathered and future damage is planned. His jab snaps out, his hooks whip around the guard, and the right hand continues to find space.
Smith shows discipline, trying to establish his own jab, trying to slow the rhythm, but every opening seems to invite punishment. Canelo's body shots begin to carve their mark early, digging under the ribs with cruel consistency.
The crowd reacts to every clean connection, gasping when Smith absorbs a heavy blow, roaring when Canelo strings combinations together. Smith smiles after a hard shot, a warrior's reflex meant to hide pain. But the truth is written in his posture. He is being pushed back, measured, and tested. By the end of the opening stanza, it is clear that this will not be a tactical sparring match. This is about sustained pressure, about whether Smith can endure what Canelo is systematically building. The pace is fast, the power undeniable, and the message unmistakable. Canelo Alvarez has arrived to dominate, not negotiate. As the middle rounds unfold, the fight settles into a brutal rhythm. Smith begins to find moments, landing jabs, sneaking in uppercuts, especially when Canelo pauses or resets. These flashes ignite the crowd, brief reminders that Smith is not here merely to survive. He is disciplined, tough, and courageous, willing to exchange even when the cost is high. But every moment of success seems to invite a harsher response. Canelo's counterpunching shines when Smith opens up, his timing immaculate, his balance unshakable. The body punishment becomes exquisite in its cruelty, left hooks to the ribs, right hands to the midsection, shots that do not always draw cheers, but quietly steal strength. A mark forms on Smith's face, swelling and discoloration telling the story his spirit refuses to admit. Canelo's corner urges the uppercut, and when it comes, it lands with chilling regularity, snapping Smith's head back and drawing sharp reactions from ringside. Smith's left side reddens from the relentless body assault, each round leaving him a little slower, a little heavier on his feet. Still, he fights on, proving his courage, firing back with determination, landing clean shots that test Canelo's chin and composure. For brief stretches, the bout becomes a give and take, a war of wills where both men trade, and the crowd senses danger on every exchange. But when asked who is doing more damage, the answer remains the same. Canelo's punches carry a different weight, a deeper impact, and as the rounds tick by, the gap between effort and effect grows wider. By the later rounds, fatigue begins to reveal the truth. Smith's arms show signs of wear, his movement slightly stiffened, his reactions just a fraction slower. He continues to show heart, throwing with conviction, refusing to fold, but the punishment has accumulated like interest on a debt that must be paid. Canelo, meanwhile, remains composed, his defense tight, his counters sharp, his bodywork relentless. A vicious combination sends Smith to the canvas. The first knockdown, the crowd erupting, as reality finally catches up to courage. Smith rises, battered but unbroken, rallying with defiance, landing shots that draw respect and applause. Yet every rally is met with devastating answers. Another knockdown follows, this one fueled by brutal body shots that sap whatever strength remains. The referee watches closely. Smith's corner faces impossible questions, and the crowd senses the end approaching. Then it happens again. A third knockdown, cleaner, heavier, final. Smith collapses under the weight of punishment, his body finally refusing to answer his heart's demands. The referee waves it off. It is over. At 2 minutes and 28 seconds of the 9th round, Saul Canelo Alvarez stands victorious by knockout. The arena explodes as music floods the air and applause rains down. Canelo raises his arms, calm even in triumph, while Smith is acknowledged for his bravery. This was more than a showcase. It was a demonstration of elite pressure, precision, and power. On this night, Canelo Alvarez did not just win. He imposed his will, reaffirmed his place among boxing's elite, and reminded the world that greatness is not loud in preparation, only thunderous in execution.